Hi, I'm Caroline. I love to sew and I blog over at sewcanshe.com. I'm really excited to share with you today a new material. This new material that we have to sew with is called cork. It's beautiful. It is cork wood, and they have lots of beautiful finishes to it, and it's wood that has been adhered to fabric. So this great fabric can be used without a lining. So I designed this zipper pouch to go with it. This zipper pouch has a strap that attaches to the zipper. There's no lining because the cork fabric doesn't need it, and when you walk with it, the zipper won't come open because you're holding it closed. So I really love this design. It is a chance for you to do all of it on the embroidery machine except for this little strap. And you can also add your own embellishment to the front of the pouch, and I'll show you how. So the first thing you'll need to do is to get the instructions that are on the website, and the instructions will show you how to make the strap out of just a strip of the cork fabric with some top stitching, and you'll add a little swivel clip. Now you want to make sure you'll need a zipper that's at least 12 inches long. Mine is much longer, and that's just fine. You'll want to make sure that the zipper has an opening on the pull that is big enough for you to put your little clip so that it will clip. And once you have that all squared away, then it's time to get sewing. So you'll see here that I have hooped up on my 5x7 hoop. You'll need a 5x7 hoop for this project. I have hooped up a page of sticky stabilizer. This is sticky tearaway stabilizer. You can also use regular tearaway stabilizer, but you'll have to tape your pieces down, and I'll show you how to do that. But I love to use the sticky for this project. I think it makes it so much easier. So I've hooped it up with the sticky tied up, and first I need to just score. Just like that, I score the paper, and then it just tears away. Isn't that fun? I really love this stuff. So I'll tear away all of the paper to reveal this. It's like a big sticker inside my hoop, and that will help hold down the fabric and the zipper as I work on them. So I'm going to move my materials right over here, and I will load my hoop in the machine. Okay, now let's load the design. The designs are also available on the website. So if I have the designs on a USB stick. I'm going to pull up my USB stick, and first I'll do 5x7 clutch. That's the front of my clutch. I'll set it. And then because of the orientation here of my hoop, I do need to rotate my clutch on the screen so that it's in the same orientation as my hoop. The next part is optional, but I'm going to add a little embellishment. I'm just going to add a letter K. I'll set that. Now, unless I want the K to be sideways on my pouch, I'm going to have to rotate the K, and I'm going to move it right over here. That looks nice to me. And the last step, the last part of the design, is I need to add the back of the design. So I'll go back to my USB stick, I'll grab clutch back and set. Now right now it's in the wrong orientation, so I'll go ahead and I'll rotate that also so that it's right over the rest of my clutch, and that looks good to me. So I'm ready to start embroidering. I'm going to hit embroidering. Now, you might notice that it looks like the clutch is in all these different colors. You can sew this all up in one color. I'm going to sew it up all in one color. The reason why we have all these different colors is so that the machine will stop and allow me to put the fabric on or the zipper on and do my part. And then I put the hoop back in the machine and let it go again. And I'll also put my embellishment in the same color, but you can do your embellishment in any thread color you like. So I'm going to go ahead and lower the foot, and I'll let the machine run the first step. You'll see that it's just like it's sewing on paper. Just the stabilizer is the only thing that I have down right now. It's going to do an outline of the pouch, and then it'll tell where the zipper goes. Now that that's finished, we'll move on to the next step. I'm going to remove my hoop so you can see what that looks like. The next step is to lay down our zipper. Now, This is a regular normal zipper size, and this zipper is a little bit bigger than normal, so I'm just going to lay the zipper teeth right down on that line, which represents the zipper teeth on the pouch. So I'll just try and keep it straight. See how it just sticks down to the sticky stabilizer? If you weren't using sticky stabilizer, you can use masking tape on the sides to tape your zipper down. Make sure that your zipper pull is clear out of the way so that it won't get stitched. Now I'm just going to insert the hoop back in the machine and run the next step, which will tack down the zipper. Okay, now that that step is finished and the zipper is tacked down, the next step is for me to put the top part of the pouch on. The top part of the pouch will be sewn and align the top part of the pouch with the top part of the zipper. And then later we'll fold it over. So one of the things I like about the sticky stabilizer is I can just stick it like that, and it's going to stick and stay in place. Now again, you can use masking tape on the edges to hold that in place if you don't have sticky stabilizer. So back in the machine it goes, and we'll go. Now that the top piece of my pouch is tacked down, I'm going to take it out, and I'm just going to fold this back and press it down against the stabilizer. I don't need to tape it because it sticks. The next step, we'll tack it. Okay, out from the machine again, and the next two steps are very similar. I'm going to follow these steps to make the bottom portion of my pouch. Now, because there's not much for this to stick to, I am going to use my masking tape, which is one of the handiest tools for machine embroidery. So I will just tape this down for the moment so that it won't go anywhere. Back in the embroidery machine. Okay, now that my lower piece is sewn on, again, I can take advantage of the sticky stabilizer and just stick it on down, back into the machine, and we'll go. The next step it's going to do is our perfect top stitching along the zipper. You don't need to do anything unless you want to change thread colors, which I am not, so I'll go right ahead. Now that that's done, I'm going to take it out of the hoop and I'm going to add my strap. Now, you want to lay the strap down right over the zipper, right here. So, oh, I forgot something. Don't forget this part or you'll be sad. First, I'm gonna open the zipper. So I will open the zipper, and I like to pull the zipper up a little bit and away from the sticky stabilizer right here, so that later when I take the stabilizer off the back, it comes up really easily. So I do that a few times. Now I'm going to attach my strap right here. I like it with the raw edge of the strap facing downward, and just use your tape. So I will just tape this down back in the sewing machine. All right, we just need to stitch that down. My tape's not sticking very well, but I think the strap will be fine. There we go, that's all it needed. So I'm going to take this tape off. Okay, the next step, so make sure that you move the little swivel clip out of the way, because the next step is to stitch your little embellishment, which mine was the letter K. So I'm going to hold this strap here out of the way, and I'm going to go ahead and let it stitch that embellishment for me. Now that I have my strap completely taped out of the way, this is my outer stitching line, the one that will sew the back of the pouch on. So now that my strap is taped out of the way, I'm going to lay the last piece, the back of the pouch on, and I'm going to tape that securely down so that it doesn't move. Use as much tape as you want, because tape is better than your fingers, right? So let's tape this down. Okay, ready to go. You don't want to stick your hands in here for any reason, so just make sure that it's all secure, and your pouch is almost done. Last step. And the final step is done. We'll take it out of our embroidery machine, remove it from the sticky stabilizer. You'll want to take away the tape, trim off all the edges with a 1/4 inch seam allowance, cut off your zipper, and then you'll turn it right side out through the opening in the zipper here. You just pull off your sticky stabilizer, turn it right side out, and your zipper pouch is done completely on your embroidery machine.